What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a tweet to LinkedIn post generator by creating a simple workflow in N8N. Let's get started. In N8N, I've created a workflow that I've renamed to tweet to LinkedIn post generator. Yeah, we're going to create a workflow that converts our tweets into engaging LinkedIn posts. So to get started here, we're going to start by adding a trigger. I'm going to choose a manual trigger over here. Now the next thing that we're going to do here is we're going to scrape some of our tweets. So we can use the tweets to generate engaging LinkedIn posts. So now to scrape our tweets, I'm going to use this tool called Apify. Apify, it's an incredible tool that you can use to scrape any website and automate projects. To get 30% off your first subscription to this tool, just use the link in the description to sign up and create your account. Then after creating your account, head over to Apify store right here. We're going to search for a tool that we're going to use to scrape our tweets. Search for tweets scraper tool. Click on search. Here you can see we have almost 200 tools that we can use to scrape tweets from Twitter. So now here I'm going to use this tool right here. So I'll open this tool on a new tab. And this is the tool that we're going to use to scrape tweets from our page. So all you have to do is add your URL over here and add the number of tweets that you like to scrape. In our case, you can try scraping only 10 tweets. So to do that, I'll click on start over here to scrape our tweets. You can see that our tool is running and getting our data. Let's give it a second for you to complete scraping our tweets. Oh, wow. So here you can see it successfully scrapes 2 tweets from my page over here. So here we're getting the URL of the tweet or the thread, when the tweet was posted, the actual tweet, likes count, and the retweets count over here. So now instead of having to manually scrape our tweets in Apify, we can create a workflow that scrapes the tweets for us. To do that, here in our tool, we're adding the URL of the account that would like to scrape the tweets over here. We're also adding the number of tweets that would like to scrape from the account. So we can add the URL and the number of tweets that you'd like to scrape into a spreadsheet and get the URL and the number of tweets that we're scraping to our workflow over here via the spreadsheet. To do that, in Google Sheets, I've created a spreadsheet that I've renamed to scrape tweets spreadsheet. In this spreadsheet, I've created a sheet that I've renamed to start URLs. Here's where we're going to add our URL and the number of tweets that we like to scrape. So now to get our URL and the number of tweets that we like to scrape to our workflow, here I'll search for Google Sheets. Here I'll click on Google Sheets, and here I'll click on Get Rows in Sheet Node. Here you need to create your credential to connect your account to N8N. To do that, just click on Sign In with Google right here. Then on the new window that pops up, choose the account that you'd like to connect to N8N, and your connection will be created. Here we're going to find our document, which is this document right here. Our sheet is going to be the start URL sheet, and here I'll click on Execute Step to get our URL and the number of tweets I would like to scrape over here. As you can see over here, it's awesome. So here I'll rename this node to get. Rename this node to get start URLs and click on rename right here. Now with our URL over here, we can proceed and scrape our tweets using Apify. So I'll search for Apify right here and click on it. Here you need to install it first if you haven't installed it yet. And after installing it, click on the Run and Actor node right here. Here, you'll also need to create your credential to connect your Apify account to N8N. To do that, just click on Connect My Account right here. And your connection will be created successfully. Here, close this window. I would like to run an actor. Then I'll choose the recently used actor right here. And here we're going to find our actor, which is this actor over here. And here we're going to add our JSON. To add our JSON, click on Expression and expand it right here to add our JSON over here. To get our JSON, I'll go back to our tool. And it says manual in JSON, click on JSON. Then here, all you have to do is just copy this JSON and come and paste it right here. And then now instead of having to manually add our URL over here, we can map it over here. You can also map the number of tweets I would like to scrape here. So I'll try scraping 3 tweets from my page. To do that, here I'll click on Execute Step. You can see it's executing our node. Let's give it a second. You can see that our node was executed successfully. You can see the status was a success, and we got our default dataset ID right here. So now to get our tweets, here I'll search for Apify again and click on Apify. This time around I'm going to click on the get dataset items node, and here we're going to map our default dataset ID. So I'll map the dataset ID over here and click on execute step to get our tweets. So here you can see we got 2 tweets, which is awesome. And here is the actual tweets from my page that I posted recently, which is awesome. Now we can try and convert these tweets into an engaging LinkedIn post. As here, I rename this node to Twitter tweets scraper. Here I rename this to get tweets. And here I rename this node to get scraped tweets. Click on rename here. Because we have a total of 2 tweets, we can limit the tweets to only 1. So I'll search for the limit node over here. Here I'll limit the tweets to only 1. And then I'll execute this node over here to get one of the tweets. The thing that we're going to do here is we're going to now generate our LinkedIn post using an AI agent. So here in AI, I'll click on AI agent. Here I'm going to choose to define below and add the prompt and the system message to our AI agent. The prompt for our AI agent could be on the lines of: your task is to analyze a tweet and transform it into a highly engaging, human and insightful LinkedIn post that expands on the same idea while adapting the tone, structure, and storytelling style that performs best on LinkedIn. And then the system message is on the lines of: the post must retain the tweet's core message, but add depth, perspective, and emotional connection suitable for professional audiences. It must not sound like a copied tweet. It should feel like an authentic original LinkedIn post. And here we're adding our inputs. So we're adding the original tweet, which is this tweet that we scraped using our Apify tool and mapped it right here. We're also adding the author of the tweet and the tweet URL over here. Then we're adding the objectives. So we're telling the agent to understand the tweet by identifying the main theme or insight, then analyze the tone, then identify the emotional driver behind the tweet, detect whether the tweet is a statement, insight, story, or tip. This will influence how the post expands. We're telling the agent to note the intended audience. Second part of this message, we're telling the agent to expand the tweet into a full LinkedIn post. We're telling the agent to open with a scroll-stopping hook that provokes curiosity or emotion. Add context or background that explains why the insight matters. Add depth or examples. Here, we're going to turn the short tweet idea into something that educates or resonates. Use storytelling or relatable real-world framing when possible. Replace jargon with plain, powerful human language. Then conclude with a natural, engagement-inviting question or reflection. For example, have you experienced this too? What's your take on this? Curious to hear how others handle this. The other section is the style and formatting section, where we would like to output a 8 to 12 short paragraph maximum post. Each paragraph should be 1 to 3 sentences long. Use white space intentionally. Use punchy conversational sentences. Avoid emojis and hashtags unless contextually relevant. Write like a thought leader, not a marketer. Maintain authenticity. We're going to use I or we if appropriate, and keep the tone natural. Ensure the post feels human and not AI generated. And then the other section is we're telling the agent to enhance the post for engagement. We're telling the agent to focus on sharing perspective, not promoting. Add a unique insight or contrarian viewpoint if it strengthens the message. Sprinkle in mini hooks throughout the post to engage readers. Deliver clarity, not complexity. Every line should add value or curiosity. Aim to make readers nod, reflect, or comment. Now the output, and then here we're adding an example tweet and LinkedIn post I would like our agent to generate for us over here. So here's the example tweet, and here's the output I would like to generate using our AI agent. And here we're telling the agent to create a LinkedIn native version of the tweet that feels authentic and written by a human, deep, relatable, and emotionally engaging, formatted and structured for maximum readability, and crafted to spark conversation, not just views. The end result should make the reader think, I need to share this. So that's the system message for our prompts for our AI agent. So here I require specific output format. Here I'll click on the output parser and click on structured output parser over here. And here we're going to add a JSON example of our output. So here we would like to only output the post over here. So here I'll drag this node at the top right here. The other thing that we're going to add is a memory. I'm going to click on the simple memory right here. And here I'm going to choose to define below and add the key over here. For the key, I'm going to choose today's date as a key. Then I'll drag this node at the top right here. And lastly, we're going to use OpenAI chat model. here you'll need to create your credential to connect your account to Anytime. So from your OpenAI API, add the API key over here and click on Save to create your credential. You can see our connection was created successfully. And here we're going to choose a model. I'm going to stick with GPT 4.1 mini as our model. Then I'll drag this node at the top right here. So here I'll rename this node to LinkedIn post generator and click on rename. Now here I'll open this node and click on execute step. You can see it's executing our node, and our node was executed successfully. So here when I click on table, you can see the comprehensive post that is generated for us over here. This is incredible. So these are LinkedIn posts that we generated from our tweet over here. This is awesome. I love it. So now here we can wait a few seconds and send ourselves the tweet to preview it. So here we can wait 3 seconds. I'll rename this node to wait 3 seconds and click on rename right here. I'll execute this node. So now we can proceed and send ourselves the post to either approve or disapprove it. We can send ourselves the post via WhatsApp, Telegram, email, or Slack. In our case, I'm going to choose email. So here I'll search for Gmail and click on Gmail right here. And here I'm going to click on send message and wait for response node. Here we're going to create a new credential to connect our account to Anytime by signing in with our Google account over here. And then on the new window that pops up, choose the account that you'd like to connect to Anytime. And you can see that our connection was created successfully. Now here, on the closes, here we're going to add our email address. Subject line of our email could be in the lines of LinkedIn post approval required. Then for the message here, we're going to map our post over here. But before we do that, here, I'm going to set the fields for the post first. So I'll search for the set fields node over here. Here we're going to set the fields for the post. And I click on execute step right here, set the field for the post. Now we can wait a few seconds. We can wait a few seconds to send ourselves the post. So here, I'm going to mark the post from this node right here. Response type, I'm going to choose approval. And then here I'll add an option to choose a type of approval to be approve and disapprove. And here I'm going to rename this to disapprove. And then here I'll click on add options and click on append any turn attribution and turn this to off. Then I'll click on execute step right here to send ourselves a post email to now approve or disapprove it. When I open my inbox, you can see we send ourselves this email with the subject line and the LinkedIn post that we just generated using our workflow right here. So you can preview the post here. Then either approve or disapprove it. I'm going to choose to disapprove it so we can generate a new post for us. You can see our node was executed successfully and approval was false. So now if we disapprove it, we're going to now proceed and generate our post for us using another AI agent and then send ourselves a new post to now approve or disapprove the new post. So here we're going to add a condition. So I'll search for the if node here, and here you can add a condition and say if approved was true, we like to proceed with our workflow, but if it was false, we like to regenerate our post using an AI agent. So in AI, I'll click on AI agent again. Here I'm going to choose to define below and add a prompt, and this is a message for our AI agent over here. The prompt for the AI agent is on the lines of your task is to regenerate a LinkedIn post that was previously disapproved. And the system message is on the lines of you are provided with the rejected LinkedIn post and the tree that inspired the post, where we're mapping the post that we just rejected over here, which is this post that we set over here, and the tree that inspired the post, which is the tree that we scraped using Apify. Your goal is to generate a new LinkedIn post that retains the core idea or message of the inspired sheets. The post should be highly engaging, authentic, and professional. It should provide depth, examples, and emotional connections suitable for LinkedIn. It should also avoid reasons that previous post was disapproved, and encourage comments, shares, and saves without sounding promotional. And here we're adding instructions that we like the agent to follow. We're telling the agent to analyze the rejected posts and the tweets, then identify what worked and what didn't in the rejected post, capture the main idea from the inspiration tweet, then detect the tone and identify emotional triggers and engagement points, then generate a new post. We would like the agent to open with a scroll stopping hook and expand the main idea with context, insight, or a short story. Keep sentences short and punchy, using natural rhythm and paragraph breaks for readability, and with a call to engagement. And follow LinkedIn best practices. We would like to generate a post with a maximum of 8 to 12 short paragraphs. Each paragraph should be 1 to 3 sentences. No hashtags unless necessary, and the tone should be natural, human, authentic, and thought leader oriented. Respond only in a valid JSON exactly in this format. Do not include explanations, line breaks outside the string, mark down extra text or symbols. Output only one JSON object with a single key post. The object must be on a single line and full compliant with the structured output path node in any10. So here I'll require a specific output format and click on the output path right here. I'm going to click on the structured output path and add our JSON example for output right here. And then so here I'll drag this node at the top right here. Also going to add a memory. I'm going to choose a simple memory right here. I'm going to choose to define below and add a key over here. It's okay. And I'm going to drag our node right here at the top. And lastly, we're going to add our chat model. I'm going to choose OpenAI chat model over here. And choose GPT 4.1 mini as our model. And drag this node at the top right here. So now here, our result, we're going to add it to our ID fields node right here. So let's try regenerating our tweet using this node. So to do that, yeah, I'll click on execute step to regenerate our post. You can see it's waiting to execute. So to regenerate our tweet here, we're going to first of all disapprove our post. You can see our node was executed successfully. And here we regenerated our LinkedIn post over here. So our node works perfectly right here. So here I'll rename this node to LinkedIn post regenerator. And here I'll click on rename. So if our output was in the true branch here, I'm going to wait a few seconds. I'll search for the wait node right here and choose to wait for, let's say, 2 seconds. Over here, so I'll rename to wait 2 seconds. Click on rename. Then I'll execute this node right here. Right here. So now we can try testing our workflow. Regenerate a new tweet and approve the tweet, so we can now proceed to post the tweet on our page. So to test our workflow, I'll click on execute step right here. I'll click on execute workflow over here. Here you can see we scraped one of my tweets from my page. Then we got the tweet right here. Then we use the tweet to generate a LinkedIn post using this AI agent. And here we send ourselves a post to now either approve or disapprove it. In my inbox, you can see we send ourselves this email right here with the subject line and the LinkedIn post right here. So here I'm going to disapprove it to regenerate a new tweet, a new post. Here you can see we regenerated our LinkedIn post after we disapproved it. And now we send ourselves the new LinkedIn post via email to approve it. Here is the email that we sent ourselves with the post. Here's the subject line and the post over here. So now if we disapprove again, you can see we're going to regenerate a new post using our AI agent and send ourselves the post via email to now approve or disapprove it. So in case you're not pleased, you can keep on regenerating the post until you're satisfied. Now I'm going to choose to now approve our post so we can proceed to post it on our page. You can see our flow was executed successfully and output was in the true branch this time around. And now the next thing that we're going to do here is we're going to add our tweet that we use. So in our sheet, in our spreadsheet, I've also created another sheet that I've renamed to tweets. Here's where we're going to add the author of the tweet, the script tweet, and the LinkedIn post that we generated from the tweet. So to add our tweet or spreadsheet here, I'll search for Google Sheets and click on Google Sheets. Click on append row in sheet node. Here I'm going to find our documents, choose this document, our sheet, choose the tweet sheet. And here we're going to map values to columns in our spreadsheet. So we're going to start with the author. So we're going to map the name, the tweet that we use for inspiration, and the LinkedIn post that we sent ourselves over here to approve it. We added this data to our spreadsheet over here. So you can see we added all of the tweets that we use, inspiration, and the LinkedIn post that we generated from the tweet over here. It's amazing. So here I rename this node to LinkedIn post and click on rename right here. Now, the next thing that we're going to do here is we're going to send ourselves a notification that the post was posted on our page successfully. Since we use Gmail over here, we can send ourselves a notification via Gmail. So I'll just click on Gmail over here and click on send a message note over here. We're going to add our email, subject line, and the message to our email. Subject line of this email could be in the lines of LinkedIn post published successfully. Mail type I'm going to choose text, and the body of our email is on the lines of hi Denis. Your LinkedIn post has been published successfully. Here I'm mapping the post that we just approved. Pass your LinkedIn automation system. I'm going to click on add options and click on append an internal attribution. And I'm going to turn this to off. And here I'll click on execute step to send ourselves this notification. Here I rename this node to send notification. And click on rename right here. Then the next thing that we're going to do here is we're going to now post our LinkedIn post on LinkedIn. So I'll search for LinkedIn right here. Click on LinkedIn. I'm going to click on create a post node. Here you need to also create your credential like we did with other nodes right here. And then click on connect my account to connect your account to Anytime. Then after creating your account, close this window. And here comes the LinkedIn post over here. And click on execute step right here to post it on LinkedIn. And lastly, we're going to end our workflow. So I'll search for the do nothing node over here. Complete our workflow over here. Our workflow is pretty much set up. So here we're starting by adding a URL of the account that would like to scrape their tweets and use their tweets as inspiration to generate a LinkedIn post. And here we're getting the URL that we just added right here. Then using the URL to scrape the tweets. And here we're getting the tweets that we just scraped using the Apify tool. And then here we're using the tweets to generate a LinkedIn post. And then we're sending ourselves the LinkedIn post via email to now either approve or disapprove it. If we choose to disapprove the post, we're regenerating the LinkedIn post using this AI agent and then sending ourselves the new post via email to approve or disapprove. If we choose to approve the new post, we're then proceeding and adding the post to a spreadsheet. In this sheet over here, we're adding the order of the tweet, the script tweet that we use as inspiration, and the LinkedIn post over here that we generated using our AI agent. And then we're sending ourselves a notification. And then we're posting the page, then completing our workflow. Since I've not connected my account right here, I'm going to choose to deactivate this node as I go ahead and test our workflow. So now to test our workflow in our spreadsheet, I've added a start URL over here for Alexa Moses page. You would like to scrape 3 of their tweets and use the tweets to generate a LinkedIn post that we're going to add over here in this sheet. So to scrape Alex's tweets and use the tweets as inspiration to generate our LinkedIn post, here I'll click on execute workflow. So here you can see we got the URL, this node. Then we use the URL to scrape the tweets using this tool in Apify. Then we got the tweets right here. We limited the tweets to only one and use one of these tweets to generate a LinkedIn post using this AI agent. Then we send ourselves the LinkedIn post via email to now either approve or disapprove it. In my inbox, you can see the emails that we sent ourselves right here with the subject line and the LinkedIn post over here. So here, I'm going to choose to disapprove the post. Yeah, you can see we regenerated a new post after we disapproved it over here using this AI agent and sent ourselves a new post via email to approve or disapprove. So now in our inbox, and you can see the new post that we regenerated using our workflow, using our AI agent. So here, you can try disapproving this post again to regenerate a new post. You can see we regenerated a new post and then sent the post to ourselves via email to approve or disapprove it. And here is the post that we regenerated. This is a way better post. And I'm going to choose to approve it. You can see that our workflow was executed successfully. After we approved the post over here, we then proceeded to add the LinkedIn post and the tweet that we use as inspiration in our spreadsheet. As you can see over here, so we added the order of the tweet, and the LinkedIn post that we generated using our workflow. Then we sent ourselves a notification email. This is a notification email that we're sending ourselves over here that the LinkedIn post was published successfully. And then here we're also mapping the post that we generated using our workflow over here. If we had connected our account to Anytime, we'll have posted it on our page. And here we're completing our workflow over here. So our workflow works perfectly. So here we're getting the URL that we added over here to this sheet and scraping their tweets using this tool in Apify. And here we're getting the tweets and using the tweets to generate our LinkedIn post. And here we are sending the post to ourselves via email to either approve or disapprove it. Then if we choose to disapprove the post, we are regenerating the post using this AI agent over here and sending ourselves a new post to approve or disapprove it. Then if we choose to approve the new post, then proceeding and adding the post to our spreadsheet, this sheet over here, where we're adding the tweet that we script the tweet that we're using as inspiration, and the LinkedIn post that we're generating using our workflow from this tweet. And then we're sending ourselves the notification that the post was created and posted successfully. Then we're going ahead and posting it on our page. Then we're completing our workflow over here. So our workflow works perfectly. Now, if you'd like me to create this workflow for you or a workflow similar to this one, just click the first link in the description to schedule a call with me. On the call, we'll discuss into details about the workflow that you'd like me to create for you. Then I'll proceed to create the workflow for you. But if you enjoyed this video and you have an AI agent or a workflow in mind that you'd like me to create using Anytime, just comment it down below in the comment section. I read all the comments, and if I land on your comment and I find it intriguing, I'll come back on a future video showing you how to create the entire workflow or AI agent from scratch using Anytime. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.